So if you were to get dropped off in China, for example, you could turn around and be like, oh, ni hao. I don't know that. I don't know Chinese. I don't know any dialect. I don't know any Chinese dialects. But you could be like, hey, or I could be like, for example, I could be like, hey, if I introduce myself, I could be like, yo, my name is Terrell, right? Do I look like a Terrell? I probably do. Don't answer that. But I could be like, hey, my name is Terrell. I'm half Korean. Or I could be like, yeah, I'm Asian, right? People would be like, you don't look Asian, right? And then I could turn around and be like, oh, I'm half Korean, half Jamaican. And people would be like, sure. Like, who's really going to question that? You probably were like, yeah, I can see that. I'm not even Jamaican, bro. I'm not even Jamaican. I lied to you and you fell for it. As long as I believe it and I can convince you to believe it, then it's true. You have to genuinely believe it. I think that's the catch. How do you convince yourself of something that isn't true? And I was thinking about it, and I think hypnosis. I'm not saying like the kind of like, oh, look into the clock and you will be an animal. But if you watch a hypnosis like show where people hypnotize people, they believe whatever they're told they are. And I think that's very interesting because your thoughts are a fundamental part of your beliefs, and your beliefs cause your actions. So you can have people who believe that they are really cold in like a warm room. Or to hypnotize yourself, you need to use affirmations. But I'm not talking about like I'm gonna show you how great I am, you know what I mean, kind of affirmations. I mean, if you believe yourself, if you tell yourself something every day, you'll eventually pick up some form of belief of it, right? If you tell yourself every day that you're strong, eventually you're going to act in ways that display that you're strong. It's hard for people who think logically to do this, because if I tell you the sky is green, you're not going to believe me. You're not going to be like, oh yeah, I believe you 100%. Sky is green now. No, they need to see something to believe it in order for it to be true. And I think for you to achieve something like that, you need to use visualization. If you have a strong imagination, you can create pictures in your mind that are similar and close to reality. If you go outside and you look up at the sky, you're going to see that it's blue, and it's going to be hard for me to convince you that the sky is green because, well, the proof is that the sky is blue. But if I put you in a room and I paint the ceiling the same design as like clouds and everything, but instead of blue, I draw it green, and I keep you locked in that room for years, eventually you'll come to believe that the sky is green, or you'll be more accepting of that fact. If I tell you to start thinking that you're rich, you're going to look at me like, no, I'm not, right? And I wouldn't blame you because you have $2 in your bank account. And after inflation, it's probably $1.50, if we're being honest. In that case, is you need to simulate an experience where you actually do have the amount of money you want. Let's say you want $1 million for this example. So I think the best way for you to do that, for you to see that $1 million, is to go on your bank app, right? Whatever you use, go on their online service. And when you see that 2 in your account, this is what you do. You're going to hover over the number that you see, that 2, and you're going to change it to 1 million, right? And then you change other parts of the account till it adds up to 1 million, because you can't just have you can't have a total of $1 million and then like 2 cents 2 cents in your checkings. That's not gonna add up. So it has to add up to 1 million. So if you have like a checkings and like a savings, put like 500k in each one, just change it. And if you see that often enough, it's gonna be a visual cue. Making it more interactive is the key to convincing yourself. See the vision and incorporate as much visual or like physical involvement as you can. It's more or less everything I wanted to talk about. So subscribe to the channel, click this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.